U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis.
Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
They start the drive with Cook, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
Albert overloaded on the intended target.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On play action, they'll throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Jordan Addison.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
I assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. A good pickup there at 22. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of having played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Fights forward at the 20. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
This is caught by Addison.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Jordan Addison
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting on field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw.
right side, Thornton with it.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Dragon 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes this one to Thornton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, Warrior 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got his man. It's Thornton.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll get that complete to Alberto.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. 19 type. 19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
19 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Keon White got in there for the sack.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready?
Now back to throw. takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Rolling to his right.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here's 3rd and 9.
18, 5 years.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. That's caught downfield by Addison.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Charbonnet is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone, but there is a flag down. This one may be coming back. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
70, Wolf. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Cut 19, cut 19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well,
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And you have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on first down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Addison hauls it in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Zach Charbonnet with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And Fasano here brings it in. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4.
18 Rattler. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Keon White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Shoves him aside, and they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. but I certainly didn't expect them to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this fourth down call.
Running for it, here's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Dragon 60.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Cook makes the catch on the out route. Touchdown, Patriots. Dalvin Cook from 4 yards out. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Point after here coming up. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's go now.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, hang on here. Not what you want to see, because Dalvin Cook injured, at least for the moment, and in some discomfort. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's into the clear. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick six, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
19 tight, 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ready, break.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. They go at each other.